It's kind of funny how not 5 minutes after I mention on Twitter how I can't get the video to play on their website, it's magically uploaded to their YouTube channel. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer, everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. So the Idaho Statesman has posted an article earlier this morning. It is August the 7th. I'm recording this at 1:45 p.m. Texas time. They have additional footage from the 1112 King Road camera that apparently shows the white Hyundai Elantra, the 3-point turns. It has noise on it from around 4:17. We've seen snippets of it from the Dateline episode that is now considered a leak that a special investigation has been started into looking into. We've also had little screenshots that were given to us by the state in some of the public documentation. Now, we've also seen Linda Lane. We've also seen stuff from down Taylor Avenue. Now, Christy Nevada, I'm so glad that she catches these videos. She was streaming this on her channel earlier. I tried to watch it. She did as best that she could with the way that they had it placed on the website. It had a lot of ads. You know how I am about ads. I constantly have to go into the back end of my YouTube creator dashboard and remove a third of the ads that they automatically place because I don't like the fact that they put so many in the videos. I'm not just a creator, I'm also a viewer, and I don't appreciate how they overdo things. This was very overdone. Christy did the best she could to sort of like fast forward through them, but I posted how I couldn't see it. And so I just posted literally not 5 minutes before I started recording this video about how I was aware of it, but I could not get it to play no matter what I tried. Well, I refreshed my homepage. They posted the video. So let's go ahead and watch this together. Now, I'll have a link for this direct video in the description box so that you can watch it all the way through with no commentary. That's not how we're going to do it here because this is not my video. Now, I have sent in a request. So if I get it, if they don't charge an arm and a leg and my firstborn child, then I'll have a raw, unedited version of this video on my channel. But until it's my property, I cannot do that. So this is going to be the same as always, where I am stopping, where I am giving my opinion, where I'm saying, oh my God, did you hear that? Or what was that? Let me play that back again. Okay. That's what this is going to be because that's what True Crime Reactions is, for those who sometimes seem to forget that down in the comments. As this states, they got this video on August the 6th, and it actually is a lot longer because this is very heavily edited. As you can see, this whole entire video is 8:18 with some stuff beforehand. It's very heavily edited. This actually goes from 3:30 a.m. to 4:20, which happens to be also the same-ish fragment of time pretty much that's missing from the Taylor Avenue cameras that we've seen here. That very, very specific time frame. According to their diagram, this is where King Road used to be, the home used to be, which we know it's been gone now for quite a while. This is where the camera was. This is the radius that it's seeing when it comes to the street. Okay, let's get started with the video. $3:30. This is what they claim is the white Hyundai Elantra coming in. But keep in mind, when they're claiming that that's a white vehicle, that these are pumpkins on this balcony that are bright orange. So keep that in mind. Such an odd sound at 15 speed. Okay, 3:32, almost 3:33, honestly. 3:33. Now they're claiming this is the real time. Okay. Very slow exit. And then you saw the lights right here go back that way. So I'm going to assume that maybe the car went that way. But that's just an assumption because the car could have went the other direction. But we don't know because we don't have the Taylor Avenue camera right next to this to be able to see if we saw headlights going that way or not. Oh, okay. So here we go again. It came back this way and went this way. Okay. 3:38 and 40 seconds. Yeah, I think that's what's going to be next, is taking like all of the camera things and put them in sync with each other on like a 4-way screen. Okay, 340, or like 3-way, I guess, screen. It'd be this one, Linda Lane, and Taylor Avenue. See, and then the lights went back that way. But again, car could be going that way. We don't know. There was just like a pattern of sound in that. Okay, this is the DoorDasher. This is supposed to be Molly in her SUV. 346. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that does look like the vehicle that she was in whenever Brett Payne pulled her over in that video where she said she was friends with Bill Thompson. And that's 346. Okay. Some lights just went back that way. There's a freaking pattern sound in the back of that. That is so weird. Okay, so we saw lights that way and that way. Who is this? Okay. So she is parked in front of the house that she's supposed to be in, but she's walking down the street. Does she have her dog? No, it looks like she just has a flashlight. Now, in the report, I could have sworn it said that she drove up behind the house and then walked down the incline, and that's where she said a vehicle passed her by that was a tan SUV, tan car. Molly said she could not find the 1122 King Road address as the address number was hidden by the porch light, which caused her to remain in the area for approximately 15 minutes. Girl. Molly also stated her Google Maps told her to go to the parking lot immediately behind 1122 King Road. Molly stated she initially parked in the front of 1122 King Road and could see a female in the top left window, the third-story bathroom. Molly then said she drove to the back parking lot behind 1122 King Road and parked. She stated she could see the back courtyard area behind the house and notice all of the lights were on. Molly stated her map told her to walk into the back of the house, but she did not feel comfortable doing so because there was no path. Molly said she started to walk down the road, which runs north-south immediately to the east of the residence. Molly stated a tan sedan drove next to her while she was walking. Molly said there was only one male driver and noticed he did not look at me. She said he looked completely zoned and just drove by her. Molly also noticed the dome light in the car was on when it went by and later told me the male was wearing a light-colored collared shirt. Molly stated she walked back up to the car and drove back to the front of King Road, at which point she saw the address numbers. So in the video where we're seeing her walking on the road, she really is supposed to be parked all the way in the back parking area, have walked down that little incline right by the house, and has now walked literally in front of 1122 King Road and has completely passed it up and gone all the way down to 1112. Now she's going to turn around, walk back in front of 1122, walk back up the incline and get back in her car to then drive back down the little incline and go into the parking area of 1122. Okay. Molly stated she walked back up to her car and drove back to the front of 1122 King Road, at which point she saw the address numbers. Molly said she placed the order at the front door, took a picture, and then left at approximately 4 o'clock. At the point Molly pulled into the front parking lot before she dropped the order off, the white Elantra pulled in behind Molly's vehicle, a gray Subaru Forester, and then exited the King Road at approximately 0358 hours. She physically pulled into that front parking area. And this wants us to believe that the suspect pulled into the parking area behind Molly. Okay, listen. At the point Molly pulled into the front parking lot before she dropped off the order, the white Elantra pulled in behind Molly's vehicle and then exited the King Road at approximately 0358 hours. Molly did not mention seeing the white Elantra behind her at the time. I don't see a dog. I see a flashlight. Or it might be not even a flashlight. It's probably like the light from her phone. Okay, so lights went that way. So 353, who was that just left? I mean, they want us to believe that the DoorDasher was there, but they didn't slow this part down to let us see the kind of vehicle that just left. See, that's why I want the raw one. I don't want their edited boo-boo. Okay, 356. Because that car that just left is most likely the car that Molly is describing in her report that passed by her with the red-haired or blondish-haired guy in the white collar shirt. And they didn't even 358. I guess they're trying to tell us it's the same white car. Okay, 15X again. There's a bunch of headlights back and forth back there. Okay, now this is apparently the Dasher leaving. Now remember, 359, she's apparently scanning that it's delivered and she's putting it at the front door. But we also need to remember what it states. It says something about how she drove up towards the back, that it said she was supposed to deliver it to the back, but she didn't want to go back there. This is 4 o'clock on the dot, which perfectly scans to 359. Okay, like that matches up. See, here's this car taken off. Now it's 359. I don't remember exactly the seconds the receipt said, but I'll pull it up, see if it says the seconds. Now here she is taken off right at 4 o'clock. Okay, now we're speeding up to 15X again. I didn't see lights go that way when she left, so that meant that she went the other direction. Let's see if there's anything that goes that way. No. No. So she went the other direction when she took off. Okay. Lights coming down. Car coming in. Most likely the same car that was just going that way. Which is wild to me if true, because there's no footage back there that they can really use for anything. Literally. Now here's 406. Backing up. Now going forward. Why would you back up right there? Okay, now going this way. Here's that 3-point turn. Okay. I don't know if backing up right there was an intention to park. Okay. Now, what I want, honestly, is whatever camera they're claiming that they have Molly pulling into the King Road parking lot on. That's the one that I'm going to FOIA. I FOIA'd this one because, like I said, the website wouldn't load the damn video. So I FOIA'd it. But I want the one that they're claiming, and I'm going to have to reference the damn supplemental report where it says this. I want the camera that shows this situation, Molly's vehicle, her getting out, placing the DoorDash order at the door. That's what I want. Okay. Is that supposed to be barking? That's probably barking. Starting at 4:17 a.m., the security camera. Yeah, this is the one from the camera. This is the one where they're going to say that you can hear whimpers and thuds. Now, I don't know if the first couple of seconds were thuds. I'll go back. You can definitely tell when it turns into barking. Thud? That's a bark. It's very echoey. Oh my god. That's so loud. No, okay. We're going to listen to that one more time. I'll make sure there's a trigger warning before this part plays. You can definitely hear a female screaming something. You can hear a female. You can hear a very, very loud crash. I'm wondering, though, if that's the crash that Bethany heard. Because in the reports, it says that she claims to have heard the ping pong table on the second floor moving around and cups falling over. Like bodies were falling into it, like a fight was happening. I wonder if that's that sound. I wonder if it's the pong table. Let's go back. Again, trigger warning, because this, I don't know why they did the editing crap that they did to the videos, because whatever came out, you could not, like, hardly understand what the noises were that they were wanting you to hear. You really just could not. In this, the way that they are just letting it play out, oh yeah, you could hear it. Why manipulate that to where it takes away from what it actually is instead of just letting it be? That's insane. And again, trigger warning, because you can hear it. This is where it really starts. It does sound outside. That was like 2 minutes. So what else is there that we're not hearing? Okay. That was fast. That was very, very fast. Okay, and you see how now we're seeing the headlights? Are they going to come back here? Okay, so there's a lot of like assumption when it comes to the way that the vehicle left. In a way, like it actually took off out of the area. That definitely shows the headlights, but again, there's like no cameras back there that they've apparently had, because none of those were listed. And in the reports, the people they're talking to back there, they're like, yeah, we don't have anything of value. I saw something, but it was like an SUV of some sort. Whew. Yeah, the noises in the actual cam, as long as these are not edited in any way, are very, very, very much more prominent. I don't know why they watered them down and made them sound garbled and jumbled up. This was very, very real sounding. Now, again, I FOIA'd this myself because there's a lot of editing in this. Way too much editing. I get that they maybe didn't want to waste time on the rest of it, but, you know, to the rest of us, it's not a waste of time. We want to see the entire thing. So I'll let you know what the FOIA response ends up being. I also am going to put one in for, again, whatever camera they're claiming shows Molly, the DoorDasher, pulling up into the parking area of King Road and this white Hyundai Elantra coming in behind her. Because if they have that sort of camera angle, I don't understand how they don't have more concrete, definite answers to things. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that too. And again, I am going through now the third installment of the Pullman FOIA information when it comes to Bryan Kohberger and anything that they have related to anything that they did with this case or relating to him, the whole thing. I'll let you guys see those as I'm going and reviewing them. They'll be in little spurts because I'm going back through the very first release from 7/16 that I got and redoing in small sections the things that we deemed very important. Now, just be aware, especially if you plan on FOIA-ing your own things, you'll get a lot of other media requests, and it's a lot of data, a lot of storage space, a lot of time for things that are not important and have literally nothing to do with anything. Like, I don't care that Mike Baker or that News Nation or Brian Enton or JLR or Bullhorn Betty are trying to get the same things that I'm getting. Just give me what we're asking for. You know what I mean? So I'll let you know if I get a response, what the response is. I'll let you guys know what's going on step by step like I always do. But let me know what you guys are thinking about this so far down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.